The only way we could lose second was if the Spanish team, Perla Golf or whatever the name was, if they won the race and we had worse than our throw out, they could potentially tie us. And so we knew our worst case scenario was second. So we just wanted to stay close to the ECC guys. We honestly thought on the finish of the last run, there was no way, we thought there was no way they'd get another race off. We were literally hanging on for dear life. We hit 20 knots at one point. We thought the boat was on the verge of exploding. It was that windy. And we thought that they would send us in. We were world champions, but it turned out that they wanted to get another race off. Half the fleet had gone in. So we just had to finish with no more than 4 boats between them and us. And if that happened, we would tie and we would win on a tiebreaker. Well, we actually rounded the first weather mark right with them. We had gone left. A big righty came in. A bunch of boats that we'd never seen the whole regatta were ahead of us. So we were probably in the mid-teens around the first weather mark. The stork, it was so windy, the storks who broke their main halyard soon after the start, they were in the top 10 of the weather mark with only a jib.
One of the comments that Sail Time made is that storks with jib only were going upwind faster than most boats.
Our main never quit ragging the entire race, and that was true for about 3 of the races. And so at the first set, our tack line came off. We got hit by a huge gust. Our tack line popped off. Our spinnaker started to twist. The ECC guys got away from us. John made a miraculous save of getting the chute untwisted up on the bow. And we were able to get going again. And we actually got right back with the ECC guys at the last windward mark. And all we had to do was get down the run unscathed. And what happened was the run prior to that, during a broach, I heard this loud crack. And our rudder, I knew something was wrong because the boat was completely not steering correctly anymore. And we were having a hard time keeping the boat under control. And we hadn't really wiped out the entire regatta prior to this. And then, so on the last run, we're going down, and we set the chute, get hit by a huge gust while our spinnaker halyard pops out of the fleet, which was happening to a fair number of people because the pressure was so intense that our spinnaker goes in the water, we get it back up before it shrimps, they jump ahead, and now we're trying to go down the leg, and I don't have any control of the boat. And they're able to leapfrog about 5 boats. There were kind of mid-fleet boats. One boat didn't even fly their spinnaker, and we didn't have enough control to leapfrog the same boats. So we crossed the finish line. We kind of think that maybe they got the boats they needed, but we're not sure. We were sailing in. We couldn't even sail in. Our rudder was so messed up. We had to take down all the sails. And, well, we had our main up, but we had to take everything else down. We were able to limp in. And we got on our iPhone to look at the preliminary results, and it said that we had tied and we had won on a tiebreaker. So we went from dejection to elation, and only to get in and find a couple of hours later that they had miscalculated the finish somehow, and that he had finished 5th to our 11th, which gave them the victory by 2 points. So it was obviously we were pretty disappointed, but it was such an incredible regatta, and just surviving those conditions was such an accomplishment. And we had my crew was fantastic. Terry Flynn and John Moran and Philip Williamson. We had a great time. Never did anybody panic. Everybody was calm. We were laughing on the water. I mean, it couldn't have been a better experience. I mean, we're obviously disappointed with second, but if you had told me a month ago before we had ever sailed a J80 regatta that we could finish second in the world, so I would have said, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't be too disappointed.
Yeah. And this is another random question. I was a couple of random questions here, I guess. Jeff J, I was talking to him yesterday a couple times, and he said that the camaraderie in the tent for the awards dinner and ceremony was just over the top. He said it was like people had survived this really rigorous event and come together as a group that really enjoyed all the camaraderie.
Absolutely. I think that all the competitors felt really fortunate to have been able to participate. The Spaniards are just such a gregarious group of people, especially when they're they've won and they're happy and they're partying, and so that added a really great dimension to the whole thing. And they even had a singer in their entourage. They had a lot of people that were over there helping them out, and I guess he was a finalist in the Spanish version of American Idol. And he got up and did a great rendition of a Frank Sinatra song, and we ended up at a bar with all of them afterwards, and John Moran got him hooked up with the band that was playing at the bar, and the whole place was just going crazy.
Is John Moran a musician?
No, but he is a pot stirrer. That guy, you think John is a quiet, conservative guy, but he can, when he sees there's an opportunity to stir the pot, he jumps on it.
Well, that's good. we like people like that in the fleet.
Absolutely.
Well, fantastic job. Thanks for your time.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate it.
All right.
Always great to talk to you.
Thank you, Scott.